In a forgotten land where the stars hung low over quiet fields, there was once a king who had lost the fire in his heart. He ruled from a throne of dust. His crown had dulled, his eyes dimmed. He was loved by no one, feared by none, and obeyed by few, for he had long since surrendered his voice. When disputes rose in the kingdom, he smiled and looked away. When thieves robbed the village, he whispered, "They will stop if I stay kind." When darkness gathered at his borders, he said, "Surely someone will come." But no one came, because no one believed in a king who did not believe in himself. One night, a storm unlike any before came upon the land. The winds tore through the castle, and the banners of his fathers were ripped from the walls. The king, terrified, ran to his throne, seeking safety in the symbol of his forgotten power. But when he sat, the old wood cracked beneath him and shattered. He fell to the cold stone floor, the crown rolling away into shadow. And there, in the silence after the storm, a voice within him spoke. "You do not deserve this throne. You have let your people suffer. You are no king." He wept until he could not breathe, and for the first time he did not hide from his shame. At dawn, he walked alone into the ruins of his garden. He found an old fountain, dry and broken, the same fountain where, as a boy, he had sworn to rule with courage. Kneeling before it, he whispered to the heavens, "If I am no king, then take this life from me." The wind answered softly, "You are no king because you have not claimed to be one. Rise not for glory but for duty. Rule not with might but with presence. Bless even those who curse you, and stand even when your knees tremble." For the voice was not of the gods nor ghosts. It was his own soul, long forgotten. The next day, when quarrels broke out in the court, he did not look away, he listened. He spoke plainly, not loudly. And when a man insulted him, he did not crumble. He met the man's eyes and said, "Your anger is welcome, but you will not bring chaos into my hall." For the first time, the room fell silent, not out of fear, but respect. A new gravity surrounded him. Even the air seemed to shift. In the weeks that followed, the king began to walk his lands. He tended to the broken fences, spoke to the farmers, blessed the children. He listened to their grief, and when they thanked him, he said, "It is not I who restores the kingdom. It is we as one." And so, slowly, the soil began to bloom again. Not because the king commanded it, because his presence had finally returned. One evening, as he watched the sun set over his revived fields, a young boy approached him carrying the old crown, cleaned, shining, and whole again. "My king," said the boy, "I found this in the rubble. It belongs to you." The king smiled and shook his head. He placed the crown upon the boy's head instead and said, "It belongs to anyone who dares to lead with love." And though he wore no crown from that day forward, his people began to say that the light itself crowned him.